Well, look what we done did. All right, so if you haven't been following the shed build, please look back on some of the videos, but we got her all closed in. I got the roof papered off and ready to put the metal roof on it. Show you the outside here. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you. So you can check it out from the outside. I got the roof all sealed up, papered and taped, ready for the metal roof. Give you a look around. All the barn board on the outside, which is going to get battens, but I have to trim it first. Make sure. So I have to run rake trim up here inside to cover the nails. I've got to do the soffits tomorrow, trim out the door and the windows, and then I'll be ready for battens. The soffits trim, and then I can start putting battens on. That's a bad view, sorry. Slab pile's getting a little out of control. Came out nice. White pine looks great. Of course, it's going to gray out, but see if we can go find Danny too. Oh, there he is. He's over there. He's right over there by that. I think that's a yew tree. Got our cool beam sticking out for our block and tackles. I haven't cut in the access to the loft yet, but I will later. So tomorrow, soffits, rake trim the windows and the door. And then a little later in the week, I'll go, if we get a bad day, I'll go for the metal roof, pick it up, probably stick it on this weekend, maybe later in the week, we'll see. But yeah, I want to give you guys an update. Everything that's on this thing is remilled. Every fastener that's in it, we had lying around from construction jobs that we've done over the years. The paper on the roof is left over. The zip flashing is left over. The only thing that I purchased, all right, so I want to be completely honest, is I had to purchase one box of 3.5 Galvy nails. That's the only thing. The rest of them I had. Timber locks, everything, ledger locks, the whole 9 yards. This is all ledger locked down. The rafters are all timber locked together. This ridge beam is all timber locked into the rafters, as you can see. 8-inch into each rafter. It's supported on the ends. It's cut at the angle. You can't really see it from here, but that top of that ridge beam is cut on the angle of the rafters. And it's really not a ridge beam. It's kind of more what I would call a ridge support. There's going to be 2 doors that open up out of that right there so that I can feed stuff into the loft from the outside. I have some cool old ship wooden block and tackles with ropes that are going to hang from my little beam sticking out. You see that the angle that I did to meet up to my rafters was a stop angle so that it met the trim on the outside like that. White oak trim, pitch pine roof, white pine walls, probably white pine battens. And tomorrow I got a ton of cleanup because this is sitting next to the mill here. I got to get all this out of here. I still have some material left over. Got a pretty good pile of waste over here that probably will end up, a lot of this will end up in my campwood bin, split into, or in the house for kindling for the winter. I'll run it through the splitter and split it into small boards. All this will get cut up into 16-inch pieces and for kindling. And then I get a couple of white oak boards down there. I didn't even see those. There's a couple of white oak slabs down there. And then all this will go in the slab pile. That's fixing to get chipped. And this is what I have left of the white pine that I milled on video. If you didn't watch those videos, go ahead and watch them. This is all I have left. Whether I will rip some of this into battens or not, I don't know. I'll probably just keep the boards and just do battens out of something else. I'm not sure. I'll probably mill a log and do some battens out of something else. I don't want to waste, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll throw some of these up on the mill. I was thinking 2-inch battens, but now I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking 4-inch trim, 3-inch battens is what I'm kind of leaning towards. So not a lot of these will work out good for 3-inch battens. These are like pretty much 8 inches wide. They wouldn't even work out great for 2-inch battens unless you just, you could cut them and they're just battens, but I want them to cover the nails. So 2 inches close. If you didn't watch the video yesterday, I stuck a 2-inch board up there and it's really close and I want them to cover. So I think I'm going to go with 3-inch battens. I have a bunch of pitch pines ready to go on the mill. I do have a small white pine up top, but it's too knotty for battens. I can always pull a couple of logs too. It's not really a big deal, but just want to give you an update, show you what it looks like before the metal roof and all cladded and weatherproofed on the roof side for now. And we'll get the battens on it. I got to build the door. I'll put the windows in. Might even do that tomorrow, but I'll trim them, maybe even put them in. So tomorrow morning, first thing, it's going to be soffits first, then trim the windows and the door, and then I'll probably put the windows in the afternoon. Be kind of cool. It'll look really finished. If you didn't know, and I got to put corner posts on too. So battens and corner posts. Actually, between the trim, the corner posts, the soffits, I'll use up a bunch of that material. I didn't even think of that. A bunch of that material is going to get gone. 2 of those big long boards will get gone on the soffits. And then I'll be ripping them down into 4-inch strips. So I'll probably just take those 8-inch ones and rip them straight in half and use that for trim. See where the soffits are going to go. I did plumb cut or parallel cut I ran a chalk line and cut them all off the same. I got to run a cleat on the wall and then stick a soffit up in there. It's going to have a 1/4 inch reveal on the back side on that white oak fascia board. I do have to cut a little piece to fur out that rafter so that my rake trim comes down and has something to nail into there. So the rake trim will come right down into the end of the soffit. So soffit will go 1 inch past that. So when the rake trim comes down, it'll attach to the soffit, and I got to fur that out 1 inch. So I get plenty of scraps lying around to do that. And then we'll get on to metal roofing. It looks, it came out really, really good. Very, very happy. It's going to be a great tool for us to store our sawmill equipment in. I'm going to put my sharpening station in there, the whole 9 yards, so I can just sharpen bands right next to the mill. And yeah, so I wanted to give you guys an update, quick little update. No milling today, just cutting and hanging and going to town all day. So I'll get back at it tomorrow and hopefully shoot a video and give you guys an update. So give me some feedback. Always appreciate the watch. I hope to see. Here's Danny. Let's go see Danny. Always looking at us. Hi, Danny. You under the yew tree? You just waiting for bunnies to come out at night? And chipmunks? If anybody wonders how rot resistant ash is, I had a bunch of ash stacked here that I milled years ago. Not 1 ounce of rot in it. The ash is unbelievable. Hey, you look it up on on Google, and it tells you, oh, ash isn't very rot resistant. Here's a piece right here. I think this is ash. See the ash or silver maple? I think it's ash. But I mean, this has been sitting here for years in the wet, uncovered. There's a big piece, you know, big slab cut of ash, big slab cut of ash. Stuff just doesn't rot. I don't know. It's kind of a shame that this ended up just sitting here, but all right, well, that's going to do it for now. Always appreciate the watch. Hit me up with any questions. Sometime this weekend we will get the rest of this split up and get the splitter moved for the winter. We will mill these logs into all 1-inch material and get it all stickered for Ben Silva for his timber frame. And I'm really happy to get to this point. Now I don't really care if it rains right now. I mean, I want to get the roof on it as soon as possible, but I don't care if it rains now. I'm all good. Hope you guys are all having a great day, and thanks for the watch. Spire Solutions out.